to stop the downturn now. Before it's too late. I don't want to hear no more about sociology 101 and philosophy 202 and hypocrisy 305.
Right.
Because God said, where Shenantam live a neka where the bottom bomb. Rehearse it. Make them memorize it. Make them know it. Don't allow them to do anything else. They do not have freedom of choice. Get that out your mind. You better learn when your children go to school. Because see, I remember those days when we went to school, then my parents want to know, well, what did they tell you in school today? And then after we taught them, they go, well, okay, now you need to know that for their test, but what you need to know is this. I remember those conversations. I remember my father watching TV and listening to them talk about, well, it is incorrect that you do this with your children, and you should allow your children to do this, and you should allow your children to do this. They have their own mind. They are just little people, and they have their own thoughts, and they have this, and they have that, and they have that. And then my father would run into the room like a wild man and say, you heard all that crap on that TV? You heard all of it? You better forget every word that's there. Because the day you decide that you're going to jump up at me, please know what's going down in this house. See, that's what my father said. He knew Rabbi Yehudah. He knew Rabbi Yehudah. That's the way it was. My uncle was quieter about it. He would just look at you and his eyes would bulge out and say, did you hear what I said? And then all of a sudden, that was it. What I'm telling you is that we are outsmarting ourselves into foolishness. We're allowing people who sit around, who are not us, tell us how we should function, how we should raise our children, what we should do, how we should do it. Excuse me. I need you to stay out of my house. Because in my house, my children are going to be respectful to me. Amen. Children know and hear. And any place I go amongst the congregation of the house of Israel, know of a surety, I don't care the child's name. I don't care who their parents are. Because if they run in the street, you would expect me to go out there and get them. Amen. Yes? Don't lie. You would expect me to risk my life to run in that street to save your child, and you would be right to expect such a thing. So you would also better expect that I, as an adult and as a parent, am not going to allow that child to do whatever that child wants around me. I don't care who they belong to. Amen. That's what we have to go back to. We have to raise our children and not allow them to raise us. The door by door. Amen. Generation to generation, this thing has to happen. We have to go back and figure out how it is that we are going to make this thing all work out. Amen. So now, here's the result that God said will happen. And then I'm done. In Deuteronomy, the 11th chapter. See? Because we read it Shabbat, Shabbat. See? God said if you teach them diligently, if you teach them diligently, and you love me with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might, he said in the 11th chapter, the 13th verse, and it shall come to pass. Amen. Now I need for you to understand that those few words. And it shall come to pass. In other words, God has spoken before. He said, no word that comes forth from my mouth comes back to me void, except to complete the job that I sent it to do. Amen. There is no choice in this matter. He said, and it shall come to pass if ye shall hearken diligently unto my commandments, which I command you this day, to love your God and to serve him with all your heart and with all your thou mayest gather